I'm very excited. He just yelled at somebody doing PT the other day. It's on Twitter. He's like in this jacked black NCO's face as he's doing push-ups. He's like, get up, let's go, Sergeant. And I'm just like, it's coming back.
Bring back shark attacks.
I did a video on it last week's video or the week before's video where
we're going to war.
Yeah, basic rules.
The basic rules have changed.
I was actually going to ask about that one because it was like, okay, you have a giant. It's completely shifted. I was at the airport the other day. A group of troops were ready to go to basic training in Benning, and they came up to me and they're like, "Oh, da 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 da." But I said, "Oh, well, the shark attacks are really quick," and they're like, "I don't think they do those anymore."
Guess again.
That's what I said. I was like, who'd you hear that from? Our recruiters. You're going to Benning. You're all infantry? No, there was like comms guys. There was random people. I was like, you got homie.
History is repeating.
Yep.
We're about to have a massive economic recession. The Goths are back. Basic training's hard again. We're going to war.
Nature's healing.
It's going to happen.
We're going to war.
All because we couldn't find a different island to make microchips on.
It's not going to be a housing bubble either.
We could start making microchips, but they're so damn expensive when they're made in the United States. I'm not smart enough to know how to combat economics when it comes to a national/global scale.
I don't think
if like little Asian people are making these things that are really cheap that we need, but we try to make them and we can't compete because they've got tinier hands, I don't know what to do.
I'm not sure that's it.
Factor.
Yeah, I said I'm not
look how small they are.
I said I'm not an ecologist. I don't know economies.
The amount of Americans that have died trying to make Asians get along is too high.
Oh, they're the most racist people ever.
Let me open a book on the 20th century.
Yeah, Asians hate each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so. So what are the new rules with basic?
Well, there's no new rules yet. It's just that SecDef Pete Hegseth has come out and said, we want the shark attack to come back. There was a memo that came out at Benning where it said no tossing the bays. Tossing a bay is basically you go back into your barracks
can't toss
bay.
bays anymore?
So hold on. Dude. Oh, I'll give you the full story. So a brigade commander makes a memo and puts it out, and it says drill sergeants are no longer going to be tossing bays in infantry OSIT.
Yeah.
This is not like...
But what is tossing bays?
Tossing bays is when you go away for the day, and the drill sergeants go into the barracks, and they see if you f***ed it up. Like, hey, did they take out the trash?
Got it.
Did they make their beds appropriate? Are their laundry bags like bloated and filled with dirty clothes? Or did they do laundry last night like they're supposed to and put them up in their bay and also make sure that their wall lockers are locked?
Yeah. Right. And if they're not hiding shit.
Yeah. And when they go through that barracks inspection without the troops present, if there's a bunch of crap that's wrong and they're tired of it, we will make that bay look like a tornado hit it. And one of my favorite things that you will flip bunks over. Because I'm an engineer, I would tie knots in their boots to connect the boots, and I would have clotheslines of boots going across the bay.
Because I'm an engineer.
I went to school for this. I had to get all you got. That was your takeaway from engineering
6 years of school, and I can tie boots together.
Shit, one slips through. Fuck, wrong knot. Shit,
yes. I had a guy that was going through, he was preparing for sapper school, and you have to know all these different knots and what they're for and how to like talk yourself through them. And so he was teaching me because he was preparing himself for sapper school, and he was going through all the different knots and reteaching them to me, and I would do them as he would explain it to me. And if it wasn't the right way, I would intentionally do what he said and f up the knot, right? But then eventually I just got really good at all these different knots, and one day I was like, oh, let's make a clothesline with the boots. Like we just started tying boots together, and then they got long enough to where you could make a clothesline. And I was like, oh, what if we just did it like back and forth throughout the whole bay? He's like, we can do that. And so we did.
God, if you live stream just drill sergeant side of stuff, because all the privates are out during this, and then it cuts to you guys like, oh my God, I got the greatest idea, drill sergeant. And then you have chat getting super hyped for when the privates get back to their bay to see that reaction. You could dono for more up stuff. I'm just saying there's a lot of money in that.
Yeah, the Army's really missing out on privatizing some of its streaming services.
I love it.
So this memo comes out from this infantry.
If only there was more private money involved in the DoD.
We need more private money involved in the non-existent military-industrial complex.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the one that doesn't exist.
The one that doesn't exist.
You know how much money McDonald's makes?
Do you know how many tiny hands it takes to make a microchip?
Nancy Pelosi does.
Yeah, she does. She's very good. I follow her trades. I'm doing okay.
I guarantee it. Better than the S&P.
Yeah.
Weird.
So you tied these knots.
Oh, so that's like barracks tossing. So this infantry OSIT brigade commander, a massive amount of troops that are going through this basic training. This commander puts out a memo and says, no more tossing the bays. It degrades like good discipline and the relationship between a drill sergeant, they're a troop's first leader when they come into the army.
Be a relationship, with
Right?
the drill
There
sergeant.
shouldn't be a relationship.
Be one.
No, it's
Isn't that-
trainee and trainer.
That's
I don't
specifically
look at drill
against the
sergeants
rules.
as people. You're mythical terrorists that
Yes.
hurt me, and I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to feel.
I
Isn't that
see
like
you-
specifically against the rules to have any sort of relationship?
Yes.
You're not supposed to. Like, you should not
Literally.
be buddies with the soldiers that you're training for multiple reasons.
I do not like trainees. They're gross. They're disgusting. I do not like them at all. The only thing I do is I train them to not be trainees anymore, and I make sure they don't die, because I'll get in trouble if they die. So they can't die, otherwise I'll get in trouble. And then they also have to not suck, otherwise I'll get in trouble. So it's this equal balance of don't suck, but also don't kill them while they suck, because they need to stay alive. So it's a nice balance.
Like a baby.
Yeah. If you could shake a baby, you can shake a trainee.
Angry Cops 2026.
Vote for me. A vote for shaking trainees is a vote for angry cops. Drill sergeant of the army. Come on, Sergeant Major. You might have shot it down, but it sounded pretty good now.
Weimer's like, hey, I'll comment below.
Yeah.
He's obviously watching this episode.
He's on the phone. He's like, boom, boom, boom. Pete, this fucking idiot's got a good idea. He really seems to know what he's talking about. I thought he was a jokester at first, but now it kind of has a ring to it.
What did
Drill
he
sergeant
say
of
that
the army.
Mike kicking his legs up on this command sergeant major's desk, bringing Pete down the hall.
What did he say in that episode? Or he's just
they
like,
can't all be good ideas.
yeah, you sure do have a lot of ideas.
Yeah. Like, well, they can't all be good ideas. It was a great moment. So that commander made that dumb rule, don't toss the barracks. And within a week, it had blown up on the internet, especially because it was an infantry brigade commander for infantry OSIT. And everybody saw it, thankfully, lost their minds, said, what the hell is this? Everybody gets their bays tossed. There was a guy on Twitter, I forget his name, I mentioned him in the it's like the Buddy Christ, but it's like Buddy CSM. And he said, like, tell me your favorite stories about you getting up in basic training and the incredible crazy shit that your drill sergeants made you do. And everybody talked about how much they loved it and how great it was and this great experience. And what that brigade commander was doing with that memo is he's taking away the opportunity for us to give people these rites of passage to say that they're a soldier and to connect with the people around them in this community, right? You're taking that away.
It's that type 2 fun kind of thing where it's like, oh yeah, no, it sucked in the moment, but like everybody bonds over it, and like you look back 10 years later, like that was a great.
Even in the moment when it's sucking, you're kind of looking at each other like,
There's nothing better than the person next to you leaving their wall locker unlocked and all their shit is everywhere, and you're like,
yeah. Especially when it's a shit bird. Especially when it's like a shitty troop.
Dude.
And you're like, justice.
But you don't say it. You can't smile or anything. You're like, afterwards, I'm going to make fun of this.
Yeah, because if I catch you smiling, I'd be like, oh, you like your buddy stuff getting thrown around, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you like watching your buddy get up, but not you? Beat your face, Cuevas. Beat your face, you know?
Exactly.
So within that week, there was such a big pushback, and the rumor is, I forget where I saw it, so I can't say it's 100% verified, but the rumor was that Pete Hegseth made a call down to that brigade commander who put out the memo and said, or the guy that was above that brigade commander and said, stop the shit. It's infantry basic OSIT. They're going to get their bays tossed. And immediately there was a rescinding order for that memo. Within a week, it was,
Nice.
as you know, regarding previous memo number 419, memo rescinded. See Command Sergeant Major so-and-so.
And you know what happened the day after.
Oh, everybody was watching that battalion or brigade commander and sergeant major walk through the post and just going, retard.
I don't. It reminds when I was in guard, we had a new LT come in, and he's a great dude. Liked him a lot. But his first day, he comes in, he's like, "Oh, I'm pretty easy going. I just have like 2 pet peeves. One, I don't like people sitting on tables, and like there was like 4 of us sitting on a table, so like we hopped up. Okay, no big deal. Whatever." He goes, "Second thing, I don't like you guys looking at porn or anything graphic on your phones. And right as he says that, the commander was like poking his head in the door, and he goes, "Hey, that's not a rule." And he like kibosh on the entire thing. Just a room dead quiet. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I like how your commander came in and was just like, let them see tits.
pretty much.
It's
I
a
don't
whole
wanna
new,
watch-
whole new meaning to the word goon squad.
I don't want to see any more penises on people's phones. You could put penises on phones.
Oh man.
It's just smacking the layup right out of the air
From the nosebleeds.
How are the boys going to relax if they can't send each other dick pics from strangers on the internet? Everybody knows that big Goliath black guy with the dong. We can't share that meme.
Oh my God.
I think I've told this story before. The funniest army prank I've ever seen was one of our cadets was a college wrestler. He was jacked, absolutely shredded when he was shirtless. And he had just got back from vacation right before AT. And he had all these pictures taken of him on the beach, just jacked as shit, looked great, and he had just uploaded them to Facebook. He's a cadet, Mr. Squared Away. He had his phone put away way before everybody else, before we were going into the field. So some of the guys in the platoon took all those pictures off of his Facebook and put them on a Craigslist men's seeking men's ad with his phone number and asked for dick pics. And then we went into the field for 7 days. His phone had a seizure when he turned it back on. Miles and miles of dick got sent to that guy's phone.
You know it's a lot of dick when you have to measure it in feet. That's 5,300 and some odd feet of dick.
I've been so mad at my friends. So mad.
I'd have been laughing.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'd have laughed. I'd have laughed. I'd been like, oh my god.
Those voice messages. So
The only thing that would have me up is like the buttholes.
Are you
'cause
ovulating?
You know they're butthole pictures.
Oh, for
Not
sure.
a fan of butthole pictures. A man's butthole is probably one of the ugliest creations God had ever made in his entire existence.
It's almost the only thing you could look at and be like, wow, I wish that was Medusa, actually.
Yeah.
I'd rather die.
I've never intentionally looked at a man's butthole, and the moments that I have looked at a man's butthole, I've been like, oh, why?